So what is meant by auto scale is automatically it is going to scale. For example, in our previous classes, first what we have seen is creating some single EC2 instance, right? When huge requests fall on the server will get crashed. To avoid this, we went to load balancer concept. Again, when you go for load balancer, there will be one URL. Below URL, you are going to add some multiple EC2 instances. Let me have some 3 EC2 instances. Now just consider due to some hardware issue or whatever may be. For some cases, your hardware went one single server went down. Okay, then again you will be running with the 2 EC2 instances, and even then in that cases when to load increases, okay, then you won't be able to, these instances won't be able to withstand all the requests. So again server will get crashed. Again there is single server, then again this will also go down. Okay, so even there is also some possibilities. To avoid this, what we are going to do is we are going with the auto scaling group. So at the end of the day, everything is charged. Okay, so when you go for auto scaling group, just consider what they are going to do is just split the name auto scaling group. So what is the concept of auto scaling group is you need to specify. So for example, I'm going to specify minimum request is minimum I need 3 EC2 instances and maximum 5. Minimum 3, maximum 4. So now what happened? This auto scaling group is there, right? This auto scaling group will create one load balancer. So below load balancer, minimum is 3. So you will be having 3 EC2 instances. So now in these cases, if for any reason, if any one of the servers goes down, automatically this auto scaling group is there, right? It is going to check what is the healthy count. Okay. So when you check the healthy count, there will be only 2 EC2 instances are running, but our requirement is 3. So this will create automatically one new EC2 instances. This auto scaling group is there, right? So this is going to create automatically new one instances, and always it is going to maintain the count as 3. Again, for any reason, if 2 servers also goes down, every 5 seconds, like 300 seconds of interval, it is going to check what is the count of the number of servers active, healthy. Okay. So if only one server is healthy, then immediately what this autoscale going to do is again it will create two different EC2, I mean, it is going to create 2 EC2 instances to bring the count as 3. Okay. So this is one use case. You can configure it in two different cases. One is by giving minimum always as 3. Even your load increases, whatever may happen, you will be having running with the 3 instances. So next one is max level. So when you give max level, so you can just consider this is second scenario. First scenario is I'm going to give minimum and maximum as 3. So that always 3 servers should be running. So this is first case, and second case I'm going to give minimum as 3 and max as 5. So in these cases, minimum 3 EC2 instances will be running. So now just consider your load increases, like your CPU utilization is there, right? So if your CPU utilization crosses 80%, then what will happen is it is going to create one more EC2 instance. Then the load will get distributed among the multiple instances. Even though after adding one more server, still the load is high, again it will add one more EC2 instance to balance the load. So if you given maximum count as 5, it is going to create till the count as 5. If you given the maximum count as 10, so depends upon your load, still the server will be adding on to your load balance. Okay, so this is second scenario. So you can use this auto scaling group in two different ways. So you have any doubt in this, guys?
Yeah, Kaushik, I have a question. So, okay. Now, let's say there is a requirement and you've configured a T3 micro CPU and created an instance, right? In such
Mm-hmm.
scenarios, yeah, you see there's this high load of CPU, and then you do this auto scaling, by configuring a minimum 3 and maximum 5 or 10, whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I know that maybe for this particular retail customer, I need to configure a higher CPU.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I say
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when I say higher CPU, like a higher CPU, higher
Yeah,
resource, and
yeah.
all those.
Mm-hmm.
In such cases, I wouldn't require an auto scaling, or maybe if auto scaling is required, again that will be maybe at the max more than one. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So it
So,
should be. uh,
okay, what you are saying is, for example, this is my customer. For this customer, 10 GB of RAM, 10 core CPU is more sufficient. Then why I'm going with auto scaling, right?
Correct. Correct.
So just consider tomorrow. We can just keep an example of KFC. Okay, just consider KFC.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow they are going to give 50 percentage offer on their products. So now what happened? Tomorrow Big
Mm-hmm.
Billion Day is there on Flipkart. So generally normal usage request will be like 1 lakh users per day. Okay, but tomorrow when there is a
Mm-hmm.
Big Billion Day, obviously this 1 lakh user will be like 3 lakhs or 4 lakh users going to visit my web page.
Mm-hmm.
In that
Okay.
cases, what will happen? Huge request starts. Okay, request will be high. So this single server is not capable of handling the all requests. So what will happen? You cannot predict how what will be your load tomorrow. So in
Okay.
that cases, what you can do is you can just give the minimum as 3 and maximum as some 8 or 9 like that. So in that
Okay.
cases,
Okay.
once if your load increases, depends upon that, automatically server will be scale up so that you won't feel any downtime. There won't be any server issues.
Okay. And after that, it will automatically come back to 3, or
Yes, yes.
will it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Automatically, like once the load decreases, right? So again,
Mhm.
one by one, it will get deleted and it will come and stand with the three EC2 instances.
Okay. Now, when you say automatically it will come down, how does the
Mhm.
system know that? Yeah, okay. My regular normal request would be 80,000, but today, since being a big billion day, my request is going more than 1 lakh, right?
You need to
So
specify.
that's
You need to specify. You need to
okay.
specify
I need to specify a threshold there.
threshold value. Correct. Either there is three
Oh,
options. I mean four options. One is request base. You can scale up. One is CPU base. You can scale up. And other thing is network in, network out. Based upon any this future
oh,
you can scale up. Mostly if it is like application you can just go with the request basis or CPU base. Request basis is fine.
okay. Oh, yeah.
So once it
Thanks.
crosses some 10,000 requests, add one server like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Thanks.
Yeah. So now we can just go with the configuration part. Okay, so now what I can do is let me take any one of the EC2 instances. Maybe that EC2 instance. Okay, this is web 2, web 1. Okay. Okay, I'm just running this command systemctl enable HTTPD. So what is the purpose of this one is automatically when server get rebooted, even your application also will start running. No need to run manually. So this I configure on the web server 1. So now what I'm going to do is first I need one backup. So let me create one AMI of the web server 1. Action, image, create image. Let me give web page. So what is the purpose of this one is okay, I will just say you. Okay, just create one AMI backup of your application. So I have created with no reboot option. Create. So now this option is enabled for the server 1. So now server 2 is not required. Uh, Let me delete this server 2. Let me delete this one. So first thing is when you want to go with the auto scaling group, you should be having one AMI, because what is the beauty of auto scaling group is it is going to launch new instances, right? So when it's going to launch new instances, you need to specify what should be your operating system, like what should be your setup file, backup files. Okay. If you just go for the AMI, you can just see a new AMI is getting created, web page. Let me give the same name here. Web page AMI. Check the status. It is in pending state. So we can just wait some time. Yeah, it is in available state. Okay. So now you can delete all the instances. Nothing is required. Let me delete these instances also. Okay, I have deleted all my servers. So now first thing is I need one backup. So I have a backup of my current web page. So I have deleted everything. I need one backup. Okay, I have a backup. Okay. So going forward, when autoscaling wants to create any new instances, it should take these instances. Okay, this AMI. So now what you can do, you can just go for the launch configuration. So what is meant by launch configuration means autoscaling group is going to launch new instances. We need to specify that configuration here. So click on create launch configuration. Just launch configuration. Here it is asking for the AMI. So just select your own AMI web page, right? My AMI, you can see web page. So this is my configuration. Okay. I mean this operating system it should take. So this operating system consists with the web page. Install the Apache. And next choose instances. Let me go with T2 micro 1 GB 1 GB, which is free there. Okay. And then spot instance, let everything be optional. You can just skip it. Volume as 8 GB. If you want to go with existing security group, you can just go with the existing security group. Let me go with the existing one. Like last what we have created is 6, because it will be creating new one. So if you want, you can just create the new one also. No issues. Okay. Next thing is, what is the purpose of security group is it is like allowing inbound outbound traffic. Choose your key pair. Let me select the existing key pair, Mumbai key pair, and then I acknowledge and create the launch configuration. So now my launch configuration is created. So once launch configuration is created, go for auto scaling group. Here you can see create auto scaling group. Let me give test auto scaling group. So at present we have launch configuration, not the template. There is no differences. Okay, both are similar. You can just switch to launch configuration. Select the launch configuration what we have created. Test launch configuration. And then next. So zone. So try to select all the zone for time being. So later in networking classes, we can see detail why everything. Okay. In default VPC, we have selected all these zones because when any EC2 instances is created in some other zone also, it is going to support. So here you can see no load balancer attached to existing load balancer, attached to a new load balancer. So already I have a load balancer, so attached to the existing load balancer. So choose, you can just drop down and you can see this one, test new. This is what we have created now, test new. And then health check. Health check I have said, right, like every 300 seconds it is going to check whether your server is healthy or unhealthy. If it is healthy, it will leave as it is. If it is unhealthy, it will going to create the new one. So next one, here you need to specify design minimum maximum. So if I
Shit.
give, yeah,
I have a question. There was an option for an ELB there. Can you go up? Yeah, here. Under health
Mhm.
checks optional, you have EC2 and ELB. What does an ELB do there?
No, no, EC2 means it will just check at the instance level.
Okay.
Just a minute, this they have added newly.
Okay, if you enable load balancing, you can enable
Okay,
ELB
enable.
health checks to addition in addition to EC2 health checks that are always enabled. Okay. So
So this
basically
is
it's
like,
also yeah.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
So you can just go with next. So here you can just specify minimum maximum. Okay. So here if I'm going to specify 3 means always it is going to run with the 3 EC2 instances as you said in your previous case, right? So this is the configuration, 3 autoscales, 3 EC2 instances is more sufficient, so that always 3 EC2 instances will be running. Okay, but if there is any campaign tomorrow, like any big billion day or whatever maybe, so in that cases what you can do, you can just give maximum as 10. So when you give maximum as 10, minimum 3 servers will be running, and then when huge request starts, okay, then it will start scale up. So based upon what policies is, if you just give it as for scaling policy, you can just see here either CPU based, network based, or the request based. If you give request, I can give some 1000 requests. So once it reaches 1000 requests as a threshold value, target group, if you just select the target group, so when any request increases, so automatically it is going to launch. Else you can just go with the CPU usage. So when any CPU utilization crosses 80%, then it is going to add the new EC2 instances. Okay. Here we need to specify in this portion. So for time being, let me go with none. I don't want to scale up anything. Let me go with 111. You can just practice with 2 also. So other thing is, what is the purpose of auto scaling is when server get terminated, automatically it should launch, right? So that is what we are going to check it out. So now one EC2 instance is running. Okay, we can just have it 2 for the, yeah, 2 EC2 instance I have given, so that it will be going to run with the 2. And this is scaling protection. So what is meant by scaling protection is, so for example, if I when I give the count as 20 here, automatically once the load increases, it is going to launch 20 servers, right? So when I enable this option, you can just consider server 1, 2, 3, 4 till 20 servers has been scaled up. But when you enable this option, this first and second server will be your permanent server. Okay, so it is not going to touch these EC2 instances. Whatever instances as it launch, it is going to terminate it after your load decreases. But these two servers will be going to be remain as it is as your permanent, only if you are going to enable this option. So if you're not enabling this option, it is going to delete any two, it is going to keep any two servers, and rest of the servers will be terminated. Okay. Next, if you want notification, you can enable the notification also, like whenever a new server is created, terminated, whatever may be. So next,
Will the SNS
Mhm.
be enabled automatically after this, or do we need to enable SMS separately?
No, we need to create the SNS also.
Okay. Okay.
So we have separate topic of SNS, everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So then create auto scaling group. Okay, given maximum is 20. So now what happened? This auto scaling group is there, right? This is going to launch the instances and attach it to this target group. Now this is going to launch two servers. You can just see a number of instances two. So just go for EC2 instance. You can see two EC2 instance will be creating. Okay. It has created two because previously I have deleted everything, right? You can see two instance was created from the auto scaling group. 8C and BA, and these 2 should be attached to my target group also. You see here, HCBA, even it is attached as well. So now what AutoScale has done is it is created new EC2 instance and it is attached to the target group as well. So now when I go for the load balancer, and let me trigger this domain name, web1. It will show me only web1 because I have given the web template as web1 only. So you can see load is getting distributed among the multiple servers. So my web page is working with the new instances. So now I need to check whether auto scaling is working fine or not. So let me terminate one server. For some cases, my server went down. So within 5 minutes, that is within the interval of 300 seconds, it is going to create me new EC2 instances. So at present, you can see we have only one server running. Now what this auto scaling going to do is it is going to check what is the health. It will take some 5 minutes. Okay. So within 5 minutes, it is going to launch one more EC2 instance and it will be attached to the target group also. Yeah, you can see here pending. It started creating. So 44 EA target group, when you check, facility is not yet added. Previous mode, only one is healthy, but still my application will be working because we have some 2 servers in the backend, right? So even the server, one server is deleted also, your application will be working. So it will take some time, okay? Then it will attach the, yeah, you can see new server is added and it is healthy. You are able to see 2 servers, right? For each. So that's it, guys. So this is the topic what we have seen under the EC2 is we have covered everything in the EC2. Okay, load balancer. Main topic is load balancer, auto scaling, and single servers, adding volumes, extending the volumes. Only these are the topics inside the EC2. Okay. So from tomorrow we can just go with the different services, and this is the one of the important service as well. Your 50-40% of your task will be on this only. Do you guys have any doubt in this?
No, Kaushik. Yeah, probably we'll try the same and then see.
Okay, fine. So even if you want to terminate this one, if you terminate this server again new one will be creating. Okay. So what you need
Okay.
to do is go
So if
for auto scaling
if
group.
you terminate both the servers also, it will create
Yes,
another order.
yes, it will be
Okay.
creating other two. So first what you need to do, if you want this target group means edit this one and make the count as 0 so that server will be automatically deleted. But I don't want this auto scale itself. So let me delete
Yes.
fully. In
So when you
required
ensure that,
basis,
yeah,
if it is like
yeah,
testing server or something means,
yeah, testing
then you
purpose.
can, you can make it as 0 so that whenever you require, you can launch the instance, work on it. And when you make it as 0, automatically all the configuration will be remain same. Whenever you
Okay.
want, you can launch it.
Okay.
For me,
Yeah.
it's not required. So let me delete everything. And even this launch configuration also you can delete. AMI will be, even if you're keeping this AMI also, they are going to charge the register AMI. So at the end of the day, everything should be deleted. On snapshots. Even this also will be deleted. So within some 5 minutes, even this will be deleted. Okay, automatically it will get deleted. It is still in progress.